This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Monday. You know what that means.
Podcast day.
It's podcast day.
It's podcast day.
Welcome to episode 9,
DCFU.
Because F-U.
Yeah, it's a play on words. So let's get right into the news this week. The nerd news for the Nerd Corporation.
Jake Gyllenhaal in talks to become Mysterio in the new Spider-Man film.
Fucking A. That's all I can say about that.
I'm down with it.
I think he would be awesome. The character Mysterio being an actor, and Jake Gyllenhaal looks like it. All right, no, he's like a stunt effects guy, but still, he's in the business. And Jake Gyllenhaal is also in the business, so it's convincing.
I can see the correlation.
Besides him being, like an amazing actor, my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movie being Bubble Boy.
Yes.
Like the most underrated fucking movie of all time, dude. Please don't stab the Issei.
I knew the Vato would understand.
That shit's real, son. All right, so yeah, I'm super stoked. Not only for Jake Gyllenhaal to finally be entering like a comic book movie universe, but also to have Mysterio on the big screen.
Yeah.
I mean, against Tom Holland, nonetheless. Like, fucking bring me that shit.
I saw a thing, I don't remember where, but it had said something about Stanley commending Tom Holland's Spider-Man performance, saying it's like the Spider-Man that he had always envisioned for a big screen.
I'm so okay with that.
I was just like, you get Stanley's sign-off, you're the best Spider-Man.
I always thought he was, though. Like, I thought Civil War, like his role in just Civil War alone, I was like, I'm so excited for this Spider-Man now.
Yeah, same.
And everything that's coming with it. Because, Michael Keaton's returning as the Vulture. And we saw the Scorpion was in the last movie.
It's true. So that we're halfway through the Sinister Six.
We're working on it. So I feel like maybe that's where they build up. Because, it's a 3-movie deal. So maybe by the end of the 3 movies, we get our Sinister Six movie.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Like, they totally lead into it in this one. And then in the third one, we get, like, Dr. Octopus and Electro. And, maybe the Chameleon. But, maybe not.
We can do without.
Well, we can figure something out. We could throw the Rhino in there.
It's true. Rhino would be cool.
We could go in a lot of different directions for this.
Wasn't Paul Giamatti already the Rhino?
In Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my Spider-Man.
I was actually really a big fan of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
So was I.
But Tom Holland, bro.
Oh, yeah. Tom Holland takes it.
All the way.
All the fucking way.
Absolutely.
CW to introduce Batwoman to the Flareverse next season.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Like, I'm cool with it in some senses, but what are we gonna do?
So, at this point, we'll have Gotham, at least, will exist in. They've already acknowledged that it exists, but maybe we'll actually get like a visual representation of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there'll be a reference to Batman, like an actual name, instead of just people being like, dark detective dude in a cowl using tools
and gadgets.
And yeah,
and then maybe Ollie will stop.
He's quippy now.
Fucking Ollie will stop being Batman. Maybe.
No, Ollie will always be Batman.
Stupid. Fuck you, Ollie.
I'm Batman. Wait till he says it. He'll do it one of these days. They'll get that crossover episode when they're done abusing Banana Fleck. And then they'll move him to TV, and then they'll have a moment where Ollie has to pretend to be Batman.
I'm Batman.
They'll be like, "Who are you?" It'll be like the Scarecrow or some shit. It'll be like, "You're not Batman," and he'll be like, I'm Batman.
And then he'll take the cowl off. He's like, "Dude, I've been Batman for 7 seasons,
bro. I've been the longest running Batman in the series." That's what he'll say.
Fucking asshole. Fuck you, Oliver Queen.
Fuck you, Oliver Queen. We love you, Stephen Amell. Fuck you, Oliver Queen. We here at the Nerd Corporation had the pleasure of catching Deadpool this last week.
Yes, we did.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being X-Men Origins and 10 being Deadpool, the first movie, what would you rate it?
A 10.
A 10? I gave it a 9.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had like a couple small issues.
Like?
The repeating of kind of like the title, the cinematic title sequence, you know, with like the fake director names and shit. I was like, I didn't really need that again. You know, I thought it was cool. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't enough to ruin the movie for me. The easy defeat of Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I wasn't too keen on. By the way, also, spoilers, if you didn't hear it at the beginning of the podcast, when the robotic lady tells you the Nerd Corporation contains spoilers. God damn it. So don't bitch me out over shit.
We're looking at you, Jensen, away.
Yeah, god damn it. It fucking says spoilers. Learn to listen with your eyes. Anyway, so yeah, the easy defeat of Juggernaut. Wasn't a huge fan of that. The mishandling of Black Tom Cassidy was probably my biggest gripe in the whole movie.
I think they could have done a lot more.
They didn't have to
Black
kill
Tom
him,
Cassidy.
although I did love the jokes at his expense. Making Cable racist in air quotes.
African American Tom Cassidy.
Dude, I was fucking I'm rolling. Highlight of the movie, probably one of my favorite parts, is when he actually moves the couch at Blind Al's place, and there's all the coke and the cure for blindness.
Just like he had said in the first movie.
Yeah, and then he proceeds to put all that coke under his mask and smack himself in the face. I fucking lost that shit, dude. I can't even express to you how funny that was to me, dude.
Just fucking explodes it. Honestly, my favorite thing, and you're gonna think it's weird, but the title sequence.
Really?
That was my favorite part.
Because it was Bond, right?
It was Bond and Celine Dion.
Okay, so I like the Bond and the Celine Dion, okay? It was, like I said, the reuse of the title, the mislabeled title cards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like that was just like an unnecessary rehash joke that we didn't need. But it was great. Like I said, fucking awesome ass movie.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely great. The action was amazing. The jokes were just right. A couple of them were a little overcooked. Like I'm saying, like when he repeated pretty much every line that Colossus had in the first movie.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was like, oh yay, we're going there again.
Yeah, and then another favorite part of mine was when Fire Fist goes into the church or whatever, and that like demonic choir chanting is happening, but it's just like
shitballs, and Juggernaut. Holy shit, yeah, dude, yeah. Funny thing that I thought was hilarious. So we discussed on the Deadpool episode. Go check out episode number 8. 7 tacos. We mean Deadpool. Cough somewhere in there. Anyway, we had discussed how I went and saw the first Deadpool like a bunch of times, and it was because when I went and saw it on the midnight showing on the opening night, there was like a row of college kids behind me that were laughing their asses off and being dumb.
Right.
And then when we went and saw Deadpool 2, there was a row of college kids behind us. And I swear to God, the one kid was just sitting over my head, laughing his ass off and like kicking my seat. And I
heard that guy.
Oh my God, dude. And this is how you know you're in an LDS state or town and you go see a movie like this. The joke where Deadpool tells Fire Fist you're not going to get anything but the Iceberg Award for softest mouth.
Yeah.
One of the dudes behind me leaned over to the other dude and he was like, "What does that mean?" And I was just like, "Oh my God, why are you even?" Oh no. But
you're such a...
Anyway, so unique experience every time I go to see Deadpool. On it wasn't opening night, but still it was opening week.
Yeah.
So anyway, good movie. Like I said, 9 out of 10. Eddie, would you say 10 out of 10?
Talking about it more, I'd give it like a 9.5.
Okay, so either way, you're still high marks on it.
I'm still high marks on it.
Okay, all right. So we'd like to welcome you to this week's episode, DCFU.
Because F you, DC.
This week, we will be discussing the DCEU Extended Universe, which is not the official name, according to DC. It's not, it's some other shit.
What are they going to call it? DC Movie Universe?
I guess.
Because they seem their fucking titles for everything is fucking plain as shit.
It's true. It's just one of those things that you either love it, or you hate it, or you're really tolerant of it. We give you 3 options here.
Because what they called that one app DC, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, their streaming service.
Yeah.
It's DC Universe.
Oof.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't break their heads with that one.
I'm just saying, man.
I hope they saved all the good names for later.
So, let's discuss how far back this started. Let's travel back to the land of 2002. In 2002, Wolfgang Peterson was set to direct Batman vs. Superman film from a script by Akiva Goldsman, and then Warner Brothers was like, fuck that shit. And, they're like, Batman, they wanted to focus on individual Superman and Batman projects after J.J. Abrams, the man who saved Star Wars, submitted another draft for Superman entitled Flyby, which I never heard of. But
sounds like the stupidest name for
I
a Superman.
do love you, J.J. Abrams, but no.
I'm telling you, bro, people that work for DC or want to work for DC just have no brain.
Except for you, Jeff Johns, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Jeff Johns.
And we also love you, Brian Michael Bendis.
I'm talking about people in the EU.
Yeah. Okay, well, no, because remember he got a seat at the table with his contract with them.
That's true.
So he's up there now.
We hate everyone minus the people we like.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. If we don't hate you, we fucking like you, and that applies to everyone at DC, except for the name that you guys put out for shit. So in February 2007, Warner Brothers hired husband and wife duo Michelle and Kieran Mulroney to write a script for a Justice League film, and Christian Bale, who starred as Batman in Batman Begins and subsequent two other movies, one of them being, what is that, Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah,
that movie fucking sucked.
That movie was bad.
Can we I wish we had written up a checklist now that I'm thinking about it.
Batman Begins
of
was
all
good,
of the
though.
DC movies.
I thought Batman Begins
was okay, minus Ra's al Ghul. But I feel like we should have a list that we could just check off and be like, that movie sucked, that movie sucked, that movie was okay, that movie was great, that movie sucked. That last part was like my Batman Begins trilogy. That movie was okay, that movie was great, that movie sucked.
Yeah.
In that order. Anyway, Christian Bale was not approached to reprise his role, nor was Brandon Routh, who we now have as the Atom. Mm-hmm. So thank God that didn't happen, because I'm loving him on Legends of Tomorrow right now.
Same.
Anyway, he starred in Superman Returns in 2006, and George Miller was hired to direct the film, reportedly titled Justice League Mortal, with Armie Hammer cast as Batman, DJ Catrona as Superman, Adam Brody as Flash, Santiago Cabrera as Aquaman. I don't even know who that is. Common is the Green Lantern.
I would have loved to have seen a Common.
Is Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I could see that. It's believable, but from what I understand, this movie was going to be kind of like CG-ish. Like, you remember how, what the hell was that movie? Beowulf with Angelina Jolie? Uh-huh. How it was kind of like CGI, like reality. It was supposed to be like that.
Gross.
Yeah, I wasn't down. We had Megan Gale as Wonder Woman, Hugh Keys Byrne as Martian Manhunter, and Jay Baruchel as Maxwell Lord.
I could see Jay Baruchel as Maxwell Lord.
I feel like that he missed his shot with that one. He'll forever be training dragons.
Poor Jay Baruchel, man. I think
he's my favorite Canadian. I think
he's the only one out of like the whole Apatow group that got the shit end of the stick.
Well, he got how to train some dragons.
Well, I mean but that's like his claim to fame. What else did he do?
He did all those movies with Seth Rogen.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like out of the Apatow
group. Oh yeah,
group.
no. He's our friend. So will you please cast him in some kind of speaking role, kid? Love him to death. Like I said, aside from Ryan Reynolds, he's probably one of my favorite Canadians,
Agreed. Next to Seth Rogen.
Yeah, there's a couple. Let's just say that we love Canada.
We love Canada and the talent that they produce.
They're not like they're like the MCU of the world, and America's like the DCEU right now.
It's true. It's true.
We're like trying to copy them, but no.
Although Canada, you can fucking take back Kevin Owens.
Oh, are you not digging him lately? I thought you were a fan of this man.
No.
Oh, well, I was wrong there.
He's just fat and mad.
Yeah, he is.
I'm a fan of Sami Zayn.
Okay. All right, now that we've cleared that up. Let's see. So the project was put on indefinite hold in January 2008 after failing to secure tax breaks from filming in Australia, as well as the 2007-2008 Writers Guild of America strike preventing progress on the script.
Oh, the Writers Guild strikes.
Dude, so many good movies I feel like got shit canned because of this. So,
but we did get Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
I've never seen it.
Get out of my house.
Sorry for the meltdown, man. Damn.
In 2013, a reboot of the Superman franchise, Man of Steel, was set to lay the groundwork for future DC films. The film contained references to other characters in the DC universe, so if it were a success, it could launch a shared universe. Days before Man of Steel's release in June, it was reported that director Zack Snyder and screenwriter David S. Goyer would be returning for a sequel, which was being fast-tracked by Warner Bros. In July at San Diego Comic-Con. It was revealed that the sequel would include Batman in a main role, thus establishing the shared universe. In October of 2014, Warner Bros. Announced a slate of 10 DC films. So it was Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Yawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League.
Oh, and then Justice League 2, and then Cyborg and The Flash. So basically everybody in the Justice League was getting a movie.
Right.
And that was, exciting, because I felt like, I remember when all this was announced, I felt like DC was finally going to get their shit together.
I thought the same thing.
Because I loved Man of Steel.
I did too.
I thought it was a great step in a direction for a character that I had really little to no interest in. Like I said, I feel to me like the 80s Christopher Reeve Superman movies, and a lot of people want to crucify me for this, but I'm just I'm not a fan.
It's because you don't know anything.
I do. I know things, and it's too cheesy for me. I'm not a fan of the Superman character, let alone, come on, man. Cheesy 80s movie. We saw what they did to Captain America and Thor.
That's just, your opinion, man.
Yeah, okay, it is. But still, really excited about Man of Steel when it came out. I really wanted to check it out, and it was really controversial at the time with the option that they took to have Superman kill Zod.
And punch.
And what?
And punch.
And punch.
Yeah, because he doesn't punch anybody. Superman in a lot of the movies never, really punched anybody.
Maybe that's why I didn't like him, because he didn't really fight. He just blew on people.
Yeah,
he heated up their guns with his eyes.
Yeah, he never punched anybody.
Yeah, but, you kind of have to consider that Superman can't punch most people, because he'll kill them.
It's true. So that was my problem with Dawn of Justice. Fucking Batman was just killing everybody. Mm-hmm. He was just he threw a car at those dudes. Those dudes are dead.
Yeah. I was okay with Batman killing people, though.
I wasn't.
That was one of my things. Anyway, back to Man of Steel. The movie came out in 2013. And the basic plot synopsis, if you haven't seen it, and you should see it, probably one of the top 2 DCEU movies.
Absolutely.
But the basic plot synopsis is Clark Kent, Kal-El, who arrived on Earth years ago as an infant from Krypton, struggles with why he was sent to Earth. Raised by his adoptive parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, Clark adopts the persona Superman and learns of if his abilities are meant to maintain peace or conquer the world. Michael Shannon as Zod.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just whoa.
I was not expecting that.
And have you ever seen the movie Grand Theft Parsons?
No.
Okay, so he is nothing like the character that like Zod. At all. He's like a skinny 90-pound hippie that owns a hearse that Johnny Knoxville needs to rent. And it's based on a true story.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude, it's one of the greatest movies of all time, in my opinion. Absolutely love it. It's about a country music singer, Graham Parsons, who died. And his manager promises him that he'll take his body and burn it in Joshua Tree, California.
Oh, okay.
And so he, steals the body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he gets the help of Zod, Michael Shannon, who looks nothing like he does in Man of Steel.
Right.
Or let alone Batman vs. Superman. Because he's Doomsday in that movie.
Right.
Anyway, I thought it was a great movie. I recommended it to a lot of people. It was actually one of the first DC movies in a long time that I actually paid for. When it came out. And I bought it several times. So, during story discussions for Dark Knight Rises, David S. Goyer told Christopher Nolan his idea regarding how to present Superman in a modern context. Impressed with Goyer's concept, Nolan pitched the idea to the studio, who hired Nolan to produce and Goyer to write based on the financial and critical success of The Dark Knight. Zack Snyder was hired in 2010 to direct the film, and in January 2011, Henry Cavill was cast as Clark Kent, a.k.a. Superman.
Which I thought was the best idea they had ever had.
Oh, yeah, he's so good. He's believable. Isn't it amazing how well British people play Americans?
It's true.
Yeah. So that movie came out June 14th, 2013. Been watching it ever since. Very regularly.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Like, it actually, like, it gave me hope for the DCEU. Like, when I saw Man of Steel, I was like, holy shit, like, this is going down.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, I was just like, this is exactly what I had pictured for the DC universe.
Right out the gate, it was like that when he saves those dudes on the oil tanker. Loved it.
Right? Yeah. And then we fucking dial it back with Batman v Superman, Yawn of Justice.
Yawn of Justice.
Tell
us how you really feel, Eddie.
Fuck that movie so much, dude. I actually paid to go see that movie.
Oh, I think a lot of people did. I did.
I was so fucking disappointed.
What was the most disappointing thing?
It was just fucking...
Give me your top 3.
Martha.
Okay.
Number 1.
But you didn't realize that they had their mothers had the same name until that was pointed out, huh?
I did. I knew that.
Oh, well, I never realized it.
I knew that.
Okay, well, I never realized that Martha Kent and Martha Wayne were a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so Martha.
Batman killing people.
Okay, yeah, we discussed that.
Fucking, I just can't. Fucking motherfucker just throws cars at him and then fucking blows up that fucking flamethrower.
Yeah.
I was like, those dudes are dead. You made a vow.
But Martha lived.
Yeah, but he's not fucking Thomas Wayne.
He was saving his mom.
Yeah, but he's not fucking...
Metaphorically.
He's not Flashpoint Batman. He just can't go fucking killing people.
He did things. He's old, man. He's got to take fucking... You know, he's old. He's got his ass beat his whole life for fucking 30 years. He defended that city.
Stupid.
That's a long time to get your ass kicked.
And then it was dry. Like, the dialogue was just dry.
All right, dry I can agree with. Okay.
The dialogue was just so dry. Do you bleed?
Yeah.
Imagine if he was talking to Supergirl.
Yeah.
Do you bleed? Excuse me?
Yeah, that's no. No, man. I don't think that would go off well with society in general. Someone would bring that up. They'd be like, and then Batman asks Supergirl if she bleeds, and then the whole movie just went south.
Anyway, but yeah, like, it was just... I love Banana Fleck as Batman.
Okay.
I do really like him.
How about Jeremy Irons as Alfred? Love him as... I have to disagree with you on that one. The face Eddie Lyon made just, like, crinkled my heart up into a ball and threw it into the
because I scrunched up my face and just kind of like he's good. Like, I'm not gonna say that he's...
I love him as Alfred.
Him
and Michael Caine are like the best choices.
That's just the thing is Michael Caine is fucking the...
How Alfred. Did you say that again?
Michael Caine?
Yeah, you did. My cocaine, he said. Anyway, no, dude, I loved Michael Caine. My cocaine. I love that now. I'm never gonna not hear that. My cocaine.
Because it sounds like you're saying it in a British accent.
My cocaine.
My cocaine.
Anyway, I loved him as Alfred far much more than I loved the dude that played Alfred in the original Batman movies.
It's true. Me too.
But I love Jeremy Irons, I guess.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons is my issue.
Like, I just love Jeremy Irons. Loved him in The Lion King. Loved him in The Three Musketeers. Most recently, I loved him in Red Sparrow.
Oh, yeah. He was good in that.
So, you know, I love Jeremy Irons. So that the prospect of having him cast as Alfred to me was fucking tits.
Right.
So... And I love that he's the smart ass Alfred, dude. Like, he talks shit to Bruce Wayne, you know, like, and I'm okay with that. So I like him as Alfred. Michael Caine's not gonna be Alfred forever, man.
He could be.
That's like you getting pissed off because Heath Ledger can't be the Joker now.
No, that's different.
No,
that's different.
Eventually they have to leave the character, be it by drug overdoses or recasting.
Anyway, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Gotham City-based vigilante Batman travels to Metropolis to preemptively combat Superman. Fearing what would happen if the latter is kept unchecked, while another threat endangers humankind.
I personally also liked how Gotham and Metropolis were like San Francisco and Oakland.
Yeah.
You know, how they were like sister cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that was a great addition. So I'm going to counter, because usually I'm the negative guy on this shit. I'm going to counter all your negative shit with some positive shit in my mind. Some, like, personal positives.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Batmobile.
Batmobile was good.
I liked the Dark Knight Returns Batsuit.
Yes.
That they used.
Yes. That was my favorite thing about Banana Fleck.
Yeah. It looked so good.
Yeah.
With the light up eyes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also liked the use of Michael Keaton's Batman theme that was randomly placed in there.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
See? So there are good points to this.
I guess.
I, once again, loved Henry Cavill as Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the introduction of Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Because you remember, we got Wonder Woman first in that.
Yeah, we did.
Just period. Love her portrayal of Diana Prince in general. All of it. All of the time.
Gal Gadot.
Is so unbelievably amazing.
So fly.
Yes, so hot. Want to touch the hiney. But I'll ask first because we here at the Nerd Corporation are pro consent.
Very pro consent.
But yes, Gal Gadot, bomb Israeli chick from out of nowhere, just left field, totally portrays the character. And then I personally liked, what's that kid's name that played Lex Luthor? Not Michael Cera, but he looks like Michael Cera.
Jesse Eisenberg.
That guy.
That's one of the things that I like.
Yeah. Oh, you like Lex Luthor?
I did like Jesse Eisenberg.
Okay, see, a lot of people didn't like Lex Luthor.
I really did like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luger. Lex Luger.
I liked Lex Luger too, but he was a really dry wrestler.
Yeah, he was. Lex Luthor, because see, everybody was just like, oh, the way that he was acting wasn't very Lex Luthor, but like, you have to think that this is like right at the beginning of a Lex Luthor, you know what I mean? So I mean, like, now he's gonna get all crazy,
and like, you have to have someone to redefine the character with the times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want you to remember that argument when we get to Jared Leto.
Fuck Jared
Leto. So continuing on.
In June 2013, it was reported that Snyder and Goyer would be returning for a sequel to Man of Steel, which was being fast-tracked by Warner Brothers. Nolan was involved in an advisory role as executive producer. In July, at San Diego Comic-Con, Warner Brothers announced that Superman and Batman would meet for the first time in a cinematic format in the film, which would be the follow-up to Man of Steel and a reboot of the Batman film series. According to Snyder, the film took inspiration from the comic The Dark Knight Returns. Cavill, Adams, Lane, and Fishburne reprised their roles. In August, Ben Affleck was cast as Bruce Wayne, Batman. In December, Gal Gadot was cast as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, marking the character's first appearance in a live-action theatrical film. Later in the month, Chris Terrio was hired to rewrite Goyer's script. In January of 2014, the film was delayed from its July 17, 2015 release date to May 6, 2016.
I was so pissed.
I know, right?
When they announced they delayed that, because they'd already taken like a year of my life before they announced it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but all of a sudden, all of the rage came back. Because I was just like...
All the more reason.
I was just like, oh, fuck, no. No, you're not going to make me wait. Because I remember when they announced that they were even making the fucking movie, like I found shitty screenshots of bootlegged pictures from Comic-Con of the logo.
Oh, yeah.
And I just like pasted them everywhere. I was like, this is happening. This is going to be a thing. Man of Steel was awesome. This is going to be just as good. And it totally was not.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the film was delayed from its July 17th, 2015 release to May 6, 2016 to give the filmmakers time to realize fully their vision, given the complex visual nature of the story. Later that month, Jesse Eisenberg and Jeremy Irons joined the cast as Lex Luthor and Alfred Pennyworth. Respectively, in May 2014, the film's title was revealed to be Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Wow, you didn't yawn of justice that one.
Because fuck them. It doesn't even deserve me insulting it. It wasn't even a bad movie, really.
It didn't live up to the hype. They way overhyped it. They hyped the shit out of that movie, and I bought into it. I think that's when I stopped like giving movies the benefit of the doubt, was when I saw that. Because prior to that, I was like, nope, it's gonna be good. Saw Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's a god. Keep going.
And then it fucked off.
And then they just fucking script the flip and ruined my life. I've been a recovering comic book addict ever since.
The film is set 18 months after the events of Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice introduced Ezra Miller as Barry Allen / The Flash, Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry / Aquaman, Ray Fisher as Victor Stone / Cyborg, and Joe Morton as Dr. Silas Stone. The film also introduced Steppenwolf, who served as the main antagonist in Justice League, through a brief scene. The scene was not included in the film's theatrical release, but instead was revealed online by Warner Brothers on March 28th before being included in the Ultimate Edition home video release.
I found that odd that they did that, because I remember it came out, like, what did they say, the 16th, and then, like, 10 days later, 12 days later, they drop an extra scene that would have made the movie that much fucking better. Right.
They could have made it like a stinger or fucking...
Which would have been awesome, but they didn't.
Because they're idiots.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole DC's response to, well, we're not the MCU, so we won't be doing things like that. And I'm just like, okay, so you're
not going to follow a working formula?
Yeah, you're going to be that guy. No, we won't do what works. We're going to trailblaze back to the 1700s.
Oregon Trail.
Horrible. I'm one of the people that bought the Ultimate Edition because I wanted all the extra scenes. There was rumor that Barbara Gordon was going to make an appearance, and so I wanted to see that. And no. So, another letdown. There was just so much shit that I was... such a disappointing movie.
So many letdowns.
So much possibility, and so much ruin.
That's when it starts flushing down the toilet.
So, luckily, though... I mean, I don't even want to say luckily, because we're going to, move on to the next train wreck, which would be the Suicide Squad movie. Which is a hell of a train wreck, and another movie that had so much potential.
It really did.
And yeah, motherfucker, I liked the Jared Leto Joker. I thought that, dude, you need a Joker that adapts to the time. You can't have a Joker from the 80s wearing his big purple suits and all of that shit in 2018.
Well, I'm not trying to do any of that, but don't give me a fuckboy Joker.
I mean, he's a bad guy. Do you like fuckboys? No, you don't, because they're villains.
Still.
Whatever. After the death of Superman, a secret government agency recruits imprisoned supervillains to execute dangerous Black Ops missions and rescue the world from a powerful threat in exchange for clemency. Like I said, had so much high hope for this movie. I was even pretty cool with most of the casting in it. And then I was even more excited that we were going to get more Banana Fleck and actually get a little glimpse of Ezra Miller as the Flash. Because I, as always, read spoilers and know shit way before. So I was super stoked. In February 2009, prior to the development of the DCEU, Warner Brothers was developing a Suicide Squad film with Dan Lin producing and Justin Marks writing the script. There, that was my radio voice. I finally got that take right. In October 2014, Suicide Squad was announced by Warner Brothers, with David Ayer confirmed to direct. In December, it was revealed that Ayer would also be writing the screenplay. The main cast included Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jared Leto as the Joker. Shut up. Fuck you, Venom lover. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, Jay Hernandez as El Diablo, Adewale Akinnuye Agbaje. Sorry, man. Okay, so Killer Croc was in the movie. Karen Fukuhara as Katana.
You got Fukuhara, right?
Yeah, whatever, man. I watch Japanese wrestling. Cara Delevingne as Enchantress, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, and Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag.
Which I think Viola Davis as Amanda Waller was probably the best. It was the Sam Jackson Ric Flair equivalent. Ric Flair.
Woo! Motherfucker.
What the fuck is his name? Nick Fury.
Come on, man. You're sitting next to half of the name right here. Ric Flair.
It's because I saw Rick Flag.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway.
Sam Jackson is Ric Flair. That would be the best biography. Like, come on. Who wouldn't watch that movie? Let's start that hashtag, Nerd Corporation out there listening. I want
all this
No,
out.
you're not. You are leaving this in. God damn you, Eddie Lyon. Sam Jackson is Ric Flair. Let's make it happen, world.
Hashtag woo motherfucker.
Fuck yes, dude. You're leaving that in. Go to hell.
Anyway, like I was saying, Amanda Waller.
Viola Davis.
Yes. Yeah, Viola Davis's Amanda Waller was just like Sam Jackson as
Nick
Fury.
Fury. Oh, dude, totally spot on. Best fucking casting ever, especially considering the movie franchise that she was cast in. We could have had Tyra Banks as Amanda Waller because they would have been like, we want a big booty hoe. Shout out to Tyra Banks.
Angel Big Booty.
Angel Booty Girl. Anyway, Tom Hardy was originally cast as Ric Flair. See what I did there?
I see what you did.
Okay, so he was cast as Ric Flag, but he dropped out due to scheduling issues with his film, The Revenant. Suicide Squad was released in North America on August 5th, 2016, and the film was set after the events of Batman vs. Superman, Yawn of Justice. There.
Thank you.
Banana Fleck returned as Bruce Wayne, / Batman, and Ezra Miller as Barry Allen, The Flash, also made an appearance in the film. And in a mid-credits scene, Viola Davis, a.k.a. Amanda Waller, meets Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Banana Fleck, in a restaurant and hands him a dossier containing information on the future members of the Justice League, which I thought was a cool little stinger.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, look, there they are. That's the Justice League. They're going to do things.
That's it. And then our hopes were high again.
Yeah, but then in all fairness, the next movie wasn't a letdown in any way, shape, or
It
form.
really wasn't. Wonder Woman in 2017 was the pinnacle, I think, of the DCEU's filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that movie was amazing.
Well, they let, Patty Jenkins kind of have reign on that movie, and I think that is a big part of the reason why.
It's true.
So,
Diana of Themyscira, an Amazon warrior who also is the demi-goddess daughter of the god Zeus, uses her talents and abilities in order to help humanity during World War I. Israeli actress and model Gal Gadot was cast as Diana Prince / Wonder Woman in December 2013 and signed a 3-picture deal which included a solo film. In October 2014, Wonder Woman was announced by Warner Brothers. In November, Michelle McLaren was confirmed to direct the film from a screenplay by Jason Fuchs. In April 2015, McLaren left the project due to creative differences, and then later that month, Patty Jenkins was announced as the new director of the film. In July, Chris Pine was cast as Steve Trevor. Other cast members include Connie Nielsen as Queen Hippolyta, Robin Wright as General Antiope,
Antiope.
Antiope.
Dude, Greek names, bro.
Greek names, right?
I'm telling you.
Danny Houston as Eric Ludendorff, Elena Anaya as Dr. Poison, and David Thewlis as Ares.
You also know him as what's that dude? Professor. He was in Harry Potter, man.
I don't know, man.
He's the werewolf professor.
I don't know.
You don't Harry Potter?
I don't Harry Potter.
Oh, we're doing that episode. All right. Anyway, loved Wonder Woman. Thought it was one of the best fucking movies to come out in the DCFU.
It's true.
I was absolutely in love with the entire movie. Visually, story-wise, just fucking not one complaint.
It was great. Like, I mean, and not only was it a great movie overall, it sent such a great message to young females.
Oh yeah, very, very female positive movie.
It was just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm speechless.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a loss for words when I watched it. I thought everything was like right where DC was moving. I was like, okay, so you've made up for Suicide Squad now.
Yep.
Like, you've given us what. And it's funny because they've talked about making Wonder Woman for years, but everybody was always scared to make a female-led superhero movie because they just figured, oh, no one's gonna go see a girl movie. We sell to boys who see all of the movies. So we make Batman and we make the Green Lantern. Anyway, that's the sound we make when we talk about the Green Lantern. Yeah, God, that turd all over again. So they thought that, Wonder Woman just wouldn't fly. And boy, were they motherfucking wrong.
They were so wrong.
So Wonder Woman came out shortly before Justice League in 2017. Justice League being one of those movies that I was really excited for. Because, let's face it, it's DC's Avengers.
Right.
So we're going to get to see... And although at that point we hadn't seen much of Aquaman and The Flash and Cyborg... But I figure, who the fuck do you need to introduce you to them? You know who these characters are. Like, put them in a fucking movie. Let's make that shit work, And then I was kind of skeptical about Zack Snyder being involved, just because I felt like he was kind of oversaturating DC.
Right.
Being that he did Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and at the time they were talking about making him do 2 Justice League movies. So I felt like there was just too much on his plate. So co-directing in the movie, this is such a weird stance on this because, obviously Zack Snyder had to leave the movie before it was done with post-production.
Okay.
Before any reshoots or anything because he had a family tragedy. Mad love to him for dealing with that in the way that he had to. But so we had Joss Whedon jumped in and served as post-production writer, director for Justice League after Snyder had to step down. And I was kind of like super hesitant on that. Like excited at the same time though, because I love Joss Whedon and everything he touches. Right. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Avengers. Just dude touches things and they turn to gold.
It's absolutely is the Midas touch.
Yeah, so I was stoked at the same time, but I kind of felt like if they were gonna have Whedon do it, they should have just had fucking Whedon do it from the get-go.
Right.
Because mixing the 2 film styles is and was a very obvious mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Motivated by Superman's death at the hands of Doomsday, Batman and Wonder Woman assemble a team of metahumans to face a new catastrophic threat, which ended up being Steppenwolf from the not leaked, but I would say late scene from Batman vs. Superman. In June 2013, it was reported that Goyer would be writing Justice League as part of a 3-film deal he had signed for Man of Steel. In April 2014, it was announced that Snyder would return as director, and the film was announced in October as Justice League Part 1. In March 2016, it was confirmed that Chris Terrio had written the script, who said that the film would not be as tonally dark as Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. And in June, Jeff Johns announced that the title had been changed to simply Justice League. I wish they would have made a part 2. Or at least had it on a slate, but as of right now they don't.
Dumb.
Banana Fleck reprised his role as Batman, as well as Cavill, Gadot, Momoa, Miller, Fisher, Irons, Lane, Adams, Eisenberg, Nielsen, Wright, and Morton reprising all of their roles from previous films. So it was like the culmination, it was like their Avengers 4.
Right.
But Justice League 1, like they ended their reign and started it at the same time,
right,
in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Syrian Hines provides the voice and performance capture for the villain Steppenwolf, who in the comic books is actually like Darkseid's uncle, but I think in this one they made him his nephew, or vice versa, I can't remember. So that was a liberty they took. Beginning on April 11th, 2016, filming took place at Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden in England, as well as locations around London and Iceland. Filming concluded in October 2016. In May of 2017, Snyder had to take leave due to the death of his daughter, and we had Joss Whedon fill in for post-production. Additional scenes being written and directed by him. Though Whedon was not officially credited for his role in post-production as a director, he completed enough additional work for a screenwriting credit on the film, and the movie was released in November of 2017.
That's crazy.
Now, on top of all of that, Justice League introduced various characters, including J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon, which I thought was great casting.
Yeah, I thought it was
like that
awesome.
Dude is amazing. Whoever they cast him as in comic book movies, they're like, guess what? You're going to be J. Jonah Jameson. And what the fuck did he do? He was J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, but now he's James Gordon.
And then they're like, okay, so now you're going to be James Gordon. and he fucking murdered that too.
Yeah, dude.
We got Amber Heard as Queen Mira from she'll reprise that role in Aquaman, and Billy Crudup as Henry Allen. Kiersey Clemens was cast as Iris West, and Willem Dafoe as Nuidus Volko to be introduced for their respective franchises, but those scenes were cut. And then Joe Manganiello was cast as Slade Wilson and did like a little stinger thing with Lex Luthor where they talked about having their own like group or legion, I think they use the phrase. So that's the current list of movies that are out. I just hope they don't drop the ball now.
I really don't.
I don't feel like they have the ball right now though, because Justice League wasn't like what did you think of Justice League?
It was okay. Like, I mean, I wasn't completely taken aback by its fucking grandeur.
It was better than Batman vs. Superman.
It was definitely better than Batman vs. Superman. Like, as far as the current, like, roster of movies goes, it goes Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad.
And then Justice League?
No. Justice League is third in there. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that seems about right. I could see that. That's I can agree with that one. I don't think I would change any of that. I was okay with it. I thought it was a little jumpy at times. And I felt like they could have fleshed out Cyborg a little more. From what I understand, they cut a bunch of his scenes, though. So I wish they wouldn't have done that. I wish you wouldn't have done that.
He did the boy.
He did the Cyborg.
It's stupid, too, because, like, the whole movie, to me, is just a little bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, Dad. How dare you give me these awesome powers?
I can fly, you dick.
Right? Like, I would have rather have been dead.
You see this red light? It means I'm computing everything that's going on online on the internet right now worldwide.
How dare you?
You son of a bitch.
Swear to God.
No, I can agree with that. I loved Aquaman. Yeah. Jason Momoa's Aquaman, I think, is great.
Biker man?
Yeah, yeah.
Just a bike.
He's not a whiny little bitch. Yeah. And I love the jokes they make at his expense. So can you talk to fish? It's not like that. But yes. It's like feeling the water around them. Like, Jason Momoa gets frisky with the ocean, and the ocean loves it.
Right? He puts the motion in the ocean.
Yeah, he does. You think waves just happen? No, Aquaman is making love to the sea. Other characters they introduced in this movie, like I said previously, Jim Gordon, loved that. Love Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Me too. And then the whole J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon, because I was in love with Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon.
I just loved Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. My favorite Gary Oldman role is The Fifth Element.
Mine too.
Zorg.
Because it's so out of character for him. He plays mostly serious roles and shit, and that's just so out of character for him.
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
We got to do a Fifth Element.
Yeah, we do.
That's got to happen. But yeah, that just... What were your opinions on The Flash? Because we just discussed the Grant Gustin on episode 3. No, Ollie, no. Go download that right now. Grant Gustin, we love.
Yes, we do love Grant Gustin.
And Ezra Miller.
Yeah, Ezra. I love Ezra Miller just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no, like, I don't prefer one over the other. Like, either one of them
the
playing
Flash
the
is
Flash,
neck and neck.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like, either one of them playing the Flash is okay by me.
Motherfucker's just running side by side with himself.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. All in all, like, I mean, for me, Justice League, I probably gave it like 6.5 to a 7 out of 10, depending on my mood at the moment.
Same.
So I was really happy with that, and that was the last of the movies that we have. We have Aquaman coming out later this year, right?
That's right. Yeah. Following the events of Justice League, Arthur Curry / Aquaman must fight to retain the Atlantean throne from opposing threats.
I'm okay with this. My biggest qualm with Aquaman and Batman vs. Superman, and also in Justice League, not in Justice League, but as in the film The Justice League, was how they look like when he's underwater. He looks like he's holding his breath. Yeah. And I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, like they need to find a way to make that not a fucking thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, he lives underwater. He can breathe it.
It's air to him. Right. So make that a thing. Anyway,
Anyway, in June 2014, Jason Momoa was cast as Arthur Curry / Aquaman. By August, Will Beall and Kurt Johnstad were writing competing scripts for the character's solo film. Aquaman was announced in October. In June 2015, James Wan was hired as director as well as to oversee the screenplay by Johnstad. The film's plot takes place after the events of Justice League. In November 2015, David Leslie Johnson was hired to write a new script. In July 2016, Beale returned to write the script based on the story treatment by Wan and Jeff Johns. And I think that's another problem, is that
everybody has to write the script.
Well, not only that, but just everybody drops out at some point.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, no, they can't keep
all
anybody.
Of their movies seem to have that problem.
Like, nobody gets to stay on.
They read half a script and they're like, no, it's garbage. Get somebody else.
Yeah.
Keep this paragraph. Make sure they can we get the people to thank you?
Yeah.
But throw the rest of that garbage in the fucking trash.
It's so
and get me another goddamn writer in here.
In December, Patrick Wilson was cast as Orm, Ocean Master, the half-brother of Aquaman and the main antagonist of the film. In January 2017, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II was cast in the role of villain Black Manta. In March, Nicole Kidman confirmed that she will play Queen at
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. Aquaman's mother. In April, Dolph Lundgren was cast as the villain King Nereus. In June, Deadline Hollywood reported that Johnson had returned to the project to work on a rewrite of Beale's script with Wan and producer Peter Safran. Heard will reprise her role as Mera from Justice League. Other cast members include Willem Dafoe as Nuidus Vulko, Tamara Morrison as Aquaman's father Tom Curry, and Ludi Lin as Merc, an ally of Aquaman. Principal photography began on May 2nd, 2017 in Queensland, Australia, and wrapped on October 21st, 2017. Aquaman is scheduled to be released in North America December 21st of 2018.
I'm really skeptical about this movie, and we haven't even gotten a trailer for it yet, so that's another thing for me. I'm like, we haven't even seen a teaser or anything else. I'm really stoked for Tamara Morrison to play Aquaman's dad.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar with the movie Once Were Warriors, go check that shit out if you're looking for a fucking feels trip.
It's true.
Because Jake the Muss don't fuck around.
Old Jake the Muss, bro.
I'm a lovable chip. And then you also know him as Jango Fett.
Yes.
So, if you're trying to place the face, think Jango Fett. He got his head cut off by Ric Flair.
Ooh, motherfucker.
Woo, hashtag motherfucker. Anyway, so another movie coming out that we've actually we've talked about it a couple times, and for the most part, I think we're both fairly stoked for it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Would be Shazam, which is scheduled to come out next year. If you're not familiar, by shouting Shazam, a 14-year-old foster child, Billy Batson, can turn into an adult superhero courtesy of an ancient wizard who also has the name Shazam. He attempts to master his powers and defeat the evil forces controlled by Dr. Thaddeus Sivana. So I recommend, if you're not familiar with Shazam, go check out Superman and Shazam, one of the DC animated movies. It's only like an hour long. It's just like a short, I guess you would call it. But it's a really good introduction to the character, and it kind of gives you a way to go. In August 2014, so fucking 4 years ago, Dwayne Johnson announced his attachment to a project about the superhero Shazam, formerly known as Captain Marvel. In September, Johnson was revealed to be portraying the anti-hero Black Adam, Shazam's nemesis in the film, with Darren Lemke set to write the script. Like I said, Shazam, Black Adam go together like fucking chocolate and peanut butter. Only they hate each other, and the chocolate and peanut butter would be flying all around the room, shooting lightning at each other.
Like cocaine and waffles.
Yeah, exactly. In October, Warner Brothers announced Shazam as a film in its upcoming slate, and by January 2017, Henry Gayden was working on the script. In July, David F. Sandberg was confirmed to direct the film, And it was also confirmed that month that despite the initial announcement, Dwayne Johnson will not appear as Black Adam in Shazam, but will instead star in his own solo film, which I was kind of disappointed in because I want The Rock as fucking Black Adam. Like, now. I want it yesterday. I want it, give me that shit already.
Right now.
Right motherfucking now. Pre-production began with the casting process for the titular hero's child-age alter ego, William "Billy" Batson, in August. By October, Zachary Levi was cast as the titular role. Why do we have to keep saying titular? Titular.
We have the Nerd Corporation of Pro Consent.
Yeah, get that with your titular. In November, Grace Fulton joined the cast as the title character's sister, Mary Batson. Fulton is reteaming with the director after Annabelle Creation. I've not seen this Annabelle or the creation of her. So, film's primary villain will be Dr. Thaddeus Sivana, with actor Mark Strong cast in the role. And Mark Strong played Sinestro. Mark Strong played Sinestro previously in the Green Lantern. So I guess that's kind of, maybe redemption for him, hopefully. Someday he'll get that. I feel like maybe that's why he took the role, so he could redeem himself in the DCEU.
Yeah.
Later that month, Asher Angel was cast as Billy Batson. In December, Jack Dylan Grazer was cast as Freddie Freeman. By January 2018, Ron Cephas Jones was in negotiations to portray the wizard Shazam, who gives Billy Batson his powers. So the fact that they're going to give us the actual wizard Shazam, I'm cool with that. And the costume, man. The fucking costume.
Oh, yeah, dude. Probably the most accurate costume.
Super stoked for that shit. I think probably one of the, I would say, top 4 most anticipated DC movies for me.
Agreed.
So, absolutely excited for that.
And now we're going to move on with Wonder Woman 2 that will come out in 2019. By June 2017, Jeff Johns and Patty Jenkins had begun work on the story treatment for a Wonder Woman sequel. By July, Johns announced that he is working on the script for the film. The same month, the sequel was officially announced at San Diego Comic-Con. Gadot will reprise her role as the title character. I didn't get titular.
You dick.
By September, Jenkins signed a deal to return as director and brought on David Callahan to pen the script with her and Johns. The film was reported to take place in the Cold War and was confirmed on April 2018 to be set in the 1980s. Jenkins said that the film will be another great love story with a new love interest being cast. Pre-production had begun by early December 2017, with filming scheduled to start in late May or early June. 2018 under the working title Magic Hour. Production will take place at Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden in the United Kingdom and somewhere around the District of Columbia and Northern Virginia. By March 2018, Kristen Wiig was cast to portray the film's primary antagonist, Barbara Ann Minerva / Cheetah. That same month, Pedro Pascal was also cast in a pivotal role. Wonder Woman 2 is scheduled to release in North America November 1st, 2019.
Super excited for Kristen Wiig as Cheetah.
Dude, I want to give her a chance so much.
I just want to see her so bad as Cheetah.
Me too.
I want a Wonder Woman movie set in the 80s. I just want to see her to have to adapt to cocaine. And shoulder pads and butt rock and all of the wonderful things that came out of the 80s.
I hope she does a whole Tawny Katane thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm super stoked. Can't wait for that movie. It's definitely on my top list of movies to come out next year. So also in 2020, we're supposed to get a Cyborg movie. So I'm kind of excited for that. In April 2014, Ray Fisher was cast as Victor Stone / Cyborg. In October, Warner Brothers announced the character's solo film, Cyborg. Joe Morton will reprise his role as Dr. Silas Stone. In November 2017, Fisher stated that the film is still in development and that the story would have an intimate angle focusing on the character, so that the audience does not wonder why the rest of the Justice League does not appear in the film. The actor stated that the film would have a lot of diversity in its production team, as well as its cast, and it's scheduled to be released in America in 2020. Recently, Ray Fisher has stated that he would love to do Teen Titans live action movie and be included as Cyborg.
That'd be cool.
But I know that he's also scheduled to appear on one of the new DC TV shows that's going to be on the DC universe that they had recently announced. I can't remember which one. No, it's not the Titans one. But they're saying that he'll have some kind of capacity in the DC, not cinematic universe.
So Cyborg's going to be the Luke Cage of this cinematic endeavor?
Yeah, something like that. He's just going to roll in, and all of the women are going to want to see what his arm can do.
You know what else we have in 2020 is the Green Lantern Corps. In October 2014, Warner Brothers announced a Green Lantern film. The title was revealed as Green Lantern Corps in July 2015 at San Diego Comic-Con. In January 2017, David S. Goyer and Justin Rhodes were hired to co-write the screenplay based on a story draft by Goyer and Jeff Johns, with Goyer also serving as producer. The film was described by the studio as Lethal Weapon in Space. In January 2018, Goyer reaffirmed that the film was still in development. Green Lantern Corps is scheduled to be released in North America in 2020.
How do you feel about the prospect of this movie?
A buddy cop film?
In space, though.
I don't know.
Like, let's think about that. You're going to have Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan defeating some space shit. They should be flying around, making constructs, and doing the do.
I don't know. It has potential. I think it has potential.
I think it could work.
I have hopes.
Hopefully DC gets their shit together before this comes out.
It's true.
Because Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Warner Brothers has a variety of films in varying stages of development currently. The studio has scheduled release dates of February 14th, 2020 and June 5th, 2020 for untitled films. This kind of makes me nervous considering that I feel like they're just jumping the fucking gun.
Yeah.
Like, they need to focus on what they have. They need to worry about fucking the slate that they've already told people about. They need to not hire a million fucking writers over and over again to figure the shit out.
Yep.
And goddamn it, DC, you just need to buckle the fuck down.
Just chill the fuck out, man.
Just quit getting too fucking excited here. Slow your fucking roll and figure out what's going on before we, the people at the Nerd Corporation, find you and break off our power rings in your candy ass.
If you smell what the corporation is cooking.
If you smell
la 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 la
what the doc is cooking.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, play on words. In September 2009, Warner Brothers announced that a film centered around Lobo was in development.
Ooh.
I know, stoked. Hopefully they actually follow through with that. The film underwent direction by Guy Ritchie, followed by Brad Peyton at different stages in its progression. In 2016, after various iterations, Jason Fuchs was hired as screenwriter for the film, and by February 2018, Fuchs was rewriting the script. Ooh. So I would like to see a Lobo movie if it's done right. Like, I don't want them to do something like cast Brad Pitt as Logo and try and make him this sexy-ass alien from outer space that's kind of quippy. Yeah. Like, I want Braun Strowman as Lobo.
Braun Strowman as Lobo would probably be cool if he knew how to act.
If he knew how to act and he could grow hair.
Who else would you cast, though?
As Lobo?
As Lobo.
Tom Hardy. Because, I mean, I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Ever since Bronson.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, go check that shit out.
Yeah, go check it out. It has nothing to do with nerd shit. But
Not at all. But it's awesome, and it's based on a true story.
Great movie.
It was actually his role in Bronson that made Chris Nolan want to hire him for Dark Knight Rises. Little known fact there. But yeah, I'm not excited for him as Venom, and I'm still gonna go see Venom in theaters, and I'm not gonna sit and be that guy that just sits and talks shit, even though I'm that guy that talks shit on it every single fucking week. I will see it in theaters, and I will give it an open mind, but I would rather see him cast as like Lobo or Wolverine.
I think Tom Hardy as Wolverine would probably be way dope.
Yeah, it would, because he's the height dude. He's like 5'5", he's stocky as shit.
Mm-hmm. Like
the kid's got it going on, and he could if he could grow them chops, he could give me fucking Logan. So I would like to see him. Okay, so him or Jesus.
You know who I want to see for shits and giggles?
Huh?
Danny Trejo.
A young Danny Trejo.
A young Danny Trejo
as Lobo
would be
like 1987 Danny Trejo when he was like 65,
like El Mariachi Danny Trejo.
Yeah, I could see that, and then not give him like much of a speaking role. Just have him come through, grunt shit, randomly say something smart ass, and then kill people, like Superman.
Yep.
Like Chris Reeves, like boom. Guess what? You're paralyzed, Superman. Oh, too soon.
I get it because of Christopher Reeve.
Because he did it.
Yeah. In January 2013, Guillermo del Toro confirmed that he was working on a film based on the Justice League Dark team. Del Toro submitted a script in November of 2014, but was no longer attached to the project by June 2015. In August 2016, Doug Liman was hired to direct the film, with Scott Rudin producing and Michael Giglio writing the script. In May 2017, Lyman dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. In July 2017, the film's title was announced to be Justice League Dark. In August 2017, Gerard Johnstone was hired to work on the film's script. See, this is the same shit. Shit that I'm talking about. It's just like, why the fuck can't you keep your people?
I would have been excited had Del Toro stuck with it and made it a thing. Dude, I feel like that would have been the perfect...
Anything DC that Guillermo del Toro would make, I'd watch fucking front row.
Over and over. Because, I mean, you got to figure we're going to get, in a Justice League Dark film, we're going to get John Constantine, we're going to get Zatanna Zatara, we'll get Deadman, Swamp Thing, you know, there's just so much. We could do, like, Felix Faust for a villain.
Fucking...
I don't know, man.
Swamp Thing and Constantine alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's just so disappointing when you read these, because as soon as you hear Guillermo del Toro was confirmed that he was working on Justice League Dark, you're like, oh, what is this? I would love to see this movie. Like, let's make that shit happen.
Let's do it.
And then, 5 writers and 3 directors later, and we still don't have a fucking movie.
So stupid.
By July 2013, Greg Berlanti was developing a film that centered around Barry Allen, The Flash. In October 2014, The Flash was announced with a scheduled 2018 release date, and here we are with no fucking Flash movie. In April 2015, a story treatment for the film was being written by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who I love. I've been a fan of their work since they did a show called Clone High, which is awesome. If you haven't seen Clone High,
watch Clone High
and find that shit. Sometimes it's hard to find. I got it from Canada, so go to Canada or get online, find Canada, and make them sell it to you. By 2017, 2 directors, Seth Grahame-Smith and Rick Famuyiwa, had dropped out of the project due to creative differences with the studio.
Again.
And, didn't you know DC doesn't play well with others? In January 2017, Joby Harold was hired to do a 1-page rewrite of the script, which previously had drafts written by Grahame-Smith and Famuyiwa. In July 2017, the title for the film was changed to Flashpoint based on the comic book story arc of the same name, which, got me excited when I found that out, because I was like, what? We're going to get Thomas Wayne Batman? Give me that shit. Right. Please don't fuck this up.
Martha Wayne Joker?
Oh, my God. And then, Superman will come and save her because that's his mom's name.
Martha!
In March 2018, the duo of John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein were hired to direct the film, and by April 2018, Dan Rizzo had contributed to the script. Jesus so once again, fucking 20 writers, 3 directors later, and we may get a Flash movie at some point out of this, which I'm excited for if it ever fucking happens.
Flashpoint is my favorite Flash arc, and I would flip shit if that actually ended up happening.
If they can make it work. What's that dude? Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Because he played Thomas Wayne in Batman vs. Superman. So him as Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint would be fucking epic.
And the chick, what's her name? That plays
Maggie from The Walking Dead. Yeah, is the Joker.
Oh, she would do so good.
I think we have a good way here. I think it could work.
Yeah, but that would make sense, so DC's not going to fucking do it.
Well, and I heard that they were talking about doing that so that they could reboot Batman again, because Banana Fleck was getting tired of playing Batman.
So he's only played him like twice.
It's because the character in the movies that he was in were received so negatively. He's like, well, I just don't want to be Batman anymore then. I feel like it's like when you're playing superheroes in the yard and Batman's just getting ragged on by everybody. They're like, Batman, you ain't got powers. I'm Superman. I got X-ray vision.
And he's like, I don't even want to play with Batman anymore.
I don't want to be Batman. He can't even beat nobody. Martian Manhunter swooping down from the tree on a rope. Fucking Wonder Woman throwing rocks and shit. Batman's just sitting there like, guys,
I don't even want to play anymore. I'm going home.
I have the Batmobile. You can't stop me. Whatever. Superman can't get hurt by no Batmobile. Like, I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Just pretend to be that fucking... So I feel like that's where Banana Fleck was going with that.
In October 2014, a Batman standalone film was announced by Warner Brothers. By 2016, Ben Affleck was set to direct and co-write the screenplay with Jeff Johns. The film was on track to begin shooting first quarter, second quarter of 2017, until Affleck stepped down as director in January 2017 in order to more efficiently focus on starring as the eponymous role. In February of 2017, Warner Brothers announced the title as The Batman, and Matt Reeves would direct and co-produce the film. In July 2017, Reeves confirmed that the script was being rewritten.
Of course it was.
I swear to God, bro, like, why don't you guys get it right the first time?
They'll never figure it out. It's always going to be this. They're gonna keep throwing movies at us. They're gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be the greatest thing on the fucking planet. We're gonna do a Crisis on Infinite Earths movie. We've got 5 guys writing on it, but they already did a rewrite back in 2007. We already had James Cameron was scheduled to direct, but then creative differences happened, and so James Cameron decided to make Flashpoint the Avatar 7, which he's planning on filming back to back with the other Avatar movies for 20 years straight. But yeah, no, we're gonna do the Crisis movie with some Infinite Earths in there, and it'll be out in 2019, but probably won't be out until 2025 when nobody gives a fuck shit anymore.
Fuck you, DC.
DCFU.
DCFU.
In October 2014, Justice League Part 2 was announced. Snyder returning to direct, which isn't gonna happen because we're not fucking stupid. In June 2016. It was revealed that Justice League would be a standalone story, leaving the sequel untitled. Originally scheduled to be released on June 14, 2019, the film was reportedly pushed back to an unspecified date to make room for The Batman. By October 2017, J.K. Simmons stated that work on the script was in progress, and December 2017, Variety reported that there were no immediate plans for Snyder to direct the film. So... surprise, didn't see that shit coming.
Surprise. I swear to God.
Dude, they're the most non-committal movie company of all time.
I swear to God.
They're like the guy that you break up with that shows up and makes you promises, and so you let him back in the fucking house for a day.
Baby, I love you. The band's gonna make it, I swear.
Yeah. No, none of that. I'm only gonna be a stripper for another month, I swear to God, baby. And I'm not gonna fuck my customers anymore. And guess what he does?
He fucks his
customer. Goes out the next night and he fucks some old fat lady because she gave him an extra $100.
In October 2014, a sequel to Man of Steel was announced. In November 2016, Amy Adams stated that work had begun on the screenplay. In September 2017, Matthew Vaughn confirmed he had met with the studio to direct the film. That's it? That's all we got.
Yeah, that's all we got. Because they took their one franchise that actually did good and was a great story, and they fucking swept it to the side to try and copy Marvel. So that's it. That's what you got there. I also want to point out too. I meant to bring this up earlier. During the Wonder Woman movie and the Me Too movement when that all started, Gal Gadot got Brett Ratner removed from the Wonder Woman franchise due to the way he had harassed her.
Really?
So, yeah, that's a thing. So, pro consent here at the Nerd Corporation. Don't go around harassing motherfuckers if you don't want to get kicked off the motherfucking movie.
It's true. Especially from the titular character.
Yeah, titular characters don't like it when you harass them.
Yeah, don't touch the titular.
Ever.
Character.
Not without permission. By September 2015, a team-up film with Michael John Carter, Booster Gold, and Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, was being developed by Greg Berlanti. Zach Penn worked on the script during the project's early stages, and by May of 2016, Zach Stentz was hired to write a new script for the film, which will primarily focus on Booster Gold. Now, I want you to look at a trend here at all of these movies that they're announcing or that they've announced or that they fucking put out, okay? And that, just keep paying attention.
In March 2016, a Suicide Squad sequel was in development. The following year, Adam Kozed was hired to write the script. Zach Penn also submitted a story treatment. In 2017, Gavin O'Connor was hired as screenwriter and director. And in 2018, Michael DeLuca joined the project as producer. Suicide Squad 2 is scheduled to begin production in October of 2018.
Something that excites me about Suicide Squad 2 that I heard on the rumor mill was that that's going to be the movie where they introduce Black Adam. Like, Waller's going to be like, hey, Suicide Squad, I need y'all to go team up and find this fucking weapon of mass destruction out there in the world that's supernatural and badass. And it's going to end up being Black Adam.
All right.
So, maybe, if they don't rush that shit like they did the last one.
And fucking trade 50 writers and 2 directors and 50 producers.
God. But they're already on that track. You know, as we speak, they've already hired and fired 3 new writers.
It's true.
By November 2016, Birds of Prey, based on the female superhero team of the same name, was in development with Christina Hodson signed on as a screenwriter. By April 2018, Warner Brothers selected Kathy Yan as director, with Margot Robbie, Sue Kroll, and Brian Uncless serving as producers for the project. Robbie will reprise her role as Harley Quinn, with production reported to commence at the beginning of 2019.
If they don't fuck that up, it's going to be a good movie.
They're going to fuck it up, though. Like, I'm sorry. You're going to get... Okay, that's cool. You can give me Harley Quinn and Catwoman and Poison Ivy in a movie. That's great. But we still have... It's barely fucking May. And they're talking beginning of 2019 before production begins.
Yeah, they'll probably go through everybody.
There's still going to be another 2 writers guaranteed before that movie comes out.
Other films involving Harley Quinn are in development, including Gotham City Sirens and an untitled Joker Harley Quinn film. In December 2016, David Ayer was hired to direct and produce Gotham City Sirens, based on the team with the same name.
I do want to make a quick note. I did fuck that up when we were just talking about Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey is not the... That's the Gotham City Sirens movie.
Yeah, Gotham City Sirens.
Not Birds of Prey. Sorry, Corporation. I corrected myself before you had a chance to bitch me out.
In September 2017, Margot Robbie confirmed that the filmmaking duo of Glenn Ficarra and Joe Requa will co-write, direct, produce the Joker and Harley Quinn film.
So we're getting like 3 or 4 Harley Quinn movies. See, once again, over fucking saturation.
Yep.
They're just trying to turn the world into Harley Quinn.
Because she was like the best one out of everybody in the Suicide Squad.
And that's fine. I personally loved the Diablo character, and I loved Captain Boomerang. I thought Captain Boomerang was fucking awesome.
I thought Will Smith was great as Deadshot.
I was okay with that, too. Once again, loved Banana Fleck in the movie. Love him as the Batman. Wish he would fucking quit crying about being Batman already.
Right.
And move the fuck on. So, in December 2016, The Hollywood Reporter noted that a film focusing on Deadshot was in development. Surprise. They're not going to try and fucking squeeze their money out of that franchise.
Right.
Because why wouldn't you? It's Will Smith. Let's rip off a piece of Will Smith.
Right. Because anything he does is great.
They're just going to call it Pursuit of Happiness 2, Deadshot.
The Pursuit of 7 Seconds.
There you go.
By January 2017, it was announced that Dwayne Johnson will feature as the anti-hero Black Adam in a film focusing on the character. In October 2017, Adam Stickeel,
he was a prophet,
was hired as the screenwriter. In April 2018, Johnson stated that production was planned to begin the following year.
Yeah, right. We'll see. Mind you, I want you to take all of this shit with a grain of salt, because Jesus fuck, we've seen their track record, and we're here to talk shit, because we know how this is going to fucking end. In February 2017, a film centered on Dick Grayson as Nightwing was in development, with Chris McKay and Bill Dubuque. He likes it in Dubuque. Bill Dubuque signed on as director and screenwriter, respectively. According to McKay, the script was nearing final draft by February of 2018. Again, why are you going to give us Nightwing, Robin, Dick Grayson before a Batman movie?
Yeah, I I don't get it.
Like, we get it. There's a Batman out there. We get that he's had sidekicks, obviously, from the Robin reference in Batman versus Superman. But why are you going to give us this bullshit?
You'd figure they'd put Robin in the Batman movie.
It's like they're trying to focus on Gotham characters, and they need to, like, not, if they're going to build this DCEU franchise out into whatever.
Because it's all Gotham right now.
Yeah.
By March 2017, Joss Whedon was hired to write, direct, and produce a Barbara Gordon Batgirl-centric film.
Oh, you don't say. Another film about a Gotham character?
Whedon was to begin production of the film in 2018, but he stepped down in February of 2018.
Oh, no. Did not see that coming.
In April of 2018, Christina Hodson was hired as screenwriter for the film. The studio is actively looking for a female director.
Of course they are.
Fuckers.
Here's for the next bullet. In October 2017, a film centered around Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, was in development, with Gareth Evan hired as a screenwriter and director who will probably give a treatment. They'll keep a page out of it and then find somebody else.
By March 2018, a film about the New Gods, an alien race introduced in Justice League, was in development with Ava DuVernay.
Ava DuVernay. Werner. Hey, Vern.
DuVern. Hurry.
Know what I mean, Vern?
Signed on as the film's director. Carrie O. Salem was writing a draft of the story with DuVernay while the studio searches for a screenwriter.
Again, they're jumping the gun, announcing some shit that he isn't even in full development yet.
Carrie O. Salem sounds like a superhero name. No.
Yeah, he's from Krypton. You didn't know about Carrie O. Salem?
No, I didn't.
House of Lem. An honorable mention I want to throw out here that I haven't seen on this list is the Joker movie that's supposed to be in development with Scorsese set to produce.
If Scorsese produces it, I bet it'll be good.
It's supposed to be an origin movie. Ooh. And it's rumored, I've heard, like, Leo DiCaprio and shit rumored as the Joker, or like Joaquin Phoenix or something.
I would watch a Leo DiCaprio Joker.
Yeah. I want to see a Scorsese Joker film. I want to see Scorsese do some comic book something.
And Scorsese's already worked with Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, so why wouldn't he?
In The Departed.
Yeah. Just Scorsese is gold. How the fuck he has not gotten an Oscar? Has he finally gotten an Oscar? I swear to God he hasn't gotten one yet. And
Leo has.
No, Scorsese.
Scorsese has.
Yeah.
I'm sure Scorsese has.
I don't think he has. Not for any of his movies, because he did, like, Goodfellas. He did The Departed. He just, man, he gets out. Didn't he do Casino?
I think so.
So, no, I don't think he has one.
Yeah, see, he's got the Academy Award for Best Picture, Academy Award for Best Director. He's got awards.
Yeah, all right, whatever. We'll let that slide. Stupid Google. In April 2018, Black Hawk, a film centered around the titular character, was announced to be in development, with Spielberg, Senor Spielbergo, attached to the project as director and co-producer, with David Cope and Christy McCosco Krieger. That's, whoa, I'm going to say that name again. That's going to be my new warm-up, before we do the show.
Christy McCosco Krieger.
Yeah, Christy McCosco Krieger signed on as screenwriter and co-producer, respectively. Spielberg has had previous discussions with DC Comics in the 80s regarding the film adaptation, influencing the Black Hawk Squadron to reemerge with further story developments in their titular comic book series. So, out of all of this, what have we learned, Eddie Lyon?
Not to trust the DCEU ever.
Ever. Like, go see the movies, I guess. Wait a week or two to make sure that you've had the discussion about it with friends and family. Make sure you have consulted your priest before you go see a DCU movie to make sure that it's, kosher with the world of God to go see these movies. 'Cause Jesus, man.
Jesus Christ.
There's so much possibility and so much letdown in the world of DC.
The fact that they let go of Guillermo del Toro so easily
that ruined, ruined your whole day, didn't it?
Fucked my heart up.
Yep, that's right. You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna give it. Never gonna get it.
Guillermo.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Question of the week for next week. What Marvel hero do you wish was already in the MCU?
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
Lots of them. There's so many missing in that. That's next week's episode is the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a step up.
Right?
I feel like that's going to be one of those. And I just loved it. And I agree with you. And it was just, and they're killing it. And let's just keep fucking going.
This is the one where we're just like angry and morose.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Warner Brothers. And please make another Harry Potter movie. Fuck you, Warner Brothers.
It's just, and then like the very next week, we're just gonna be like, no, oh my god, it's so great, just singing its praises, fucking Marvel's dick in our mouth.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna be.
You're not even gonna be able to understand what we're saying. There's gonna be so much Marvel dick in our mouth.
I thought Stan Lee was right.
Hold on, I gotta breathe.
I gagged a little.
So remember, question of the week next week: what Marvel hero do you already wish was in the MCU?
Please let us know.
Yeah, and as always, you can find us on social media: Facebook, the Nerd Corporation,
Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast,
or you can email us at nerdcorepodcast@gmail.com.
And for those looking to continue to travel from Oa to Earth 52, please join our Patreon. Patreon.com/Nerdcore Podcast. Several tiers of loot to be had, from ringtones and giveaways to shoutouts and bonus episodes.
We would like to furthermore apologize to our guest, Banana Fleck, for not being able to get to you this week. Hopefully, you can come back when we discuss the MCU and tell us about Gotham's nightlife.
Once again, for the Nerd Corporation, I'm Eddie Lyon.
And I'm Dr. Nick.
Tune in next week. Same nerd time, same nerd channel.
Stay tuned and Excelsior, true believers.
That's fucking next week, stupid.
It's fucking next week.
When is Stanley not relevant?
It doesn't matter. Stanley,
fucking
just MCU.